Hello YouTubers, I'm Bobby, and I'm Plucker, and today we're watching dieselisation for season 4 of sodor. Enjoy!
The train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land. And the engines of Sodor are the power behind the docks, industries, and branch lines that make up the world-renowned North-Western Railway. These are the stories of Sodor. By 1964, the dieselisation of British railways was in full swing. I once said this began sensibly enough with the pilot scheme. What I didn't mention is that's where it ended. I'll spare you the details, otherwise we'll be here all day. But to give you some idea how flawed its implementation was, some of the diesels produced during this time were actually withdrawn in favour of the steamies they were meant to replace. However, I would be lying if I said they were all duds. Some performed exceptionally well, but it really did feel like a lottery whether VR would create a useful unit or not. This, coupled with our past experience, is why we were less than enthusiastic to learn more would be coming to the northwestern region. The first was a faceless 08 that took over as the new station pilot for Barrow. Yes, it seems Dr. Beeching wanted to restructure its entire workforce. Needless to say, Sheffield was not happy about being replaced, but perked up when he was sent to the Warrington branch. Next to arrive was a Class 17 named Derek, a jolly and enthusiastic chap. He worked on the Farquhar branch for a time. I say for a time because it was no secret his class was infamous for breaking down. This happened frequently, especially when trying to climb hills. So the Pack Controller also assigned into the Warrington branch since it was relatively level. The main line received a new addition in the form of a Class 46 named Francis, and he was a force to be reckoned with. Fast, reliable, sturdy, he was everything British Railways wanted of its diesels. Unfortunately, he had an awful personality. He balked at shunting, despised goods work, and gloated about his performance every chance he got. Then there was the 07 assigned to our line. His name was Salty, and I'm pleased to say he was exceptional. Before arriving on Sodor, he worked at Southampton Docks, one of the largest and busiest ports in the country, so it was child's play for him to keep Brendan shipshape. As a bonus, he had no technical issues and was truly a delightful fellow. In fact, I'm convinced he must have been a pirate in another life. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Put him in the longboat until he's sober? More like the brig. There isn't a captain alive who would tolerate a sailor being drunk at his post. He also wouldn't tolerate a crewman fraternizing with the local ladies. I'll bet that's tougher to control. By oath, matey. Every time a ship made port at Southampton, there was always a spike in pregnancies 9 months later. Yeah, that happens here too. You reckon they ever think about what might happen after a night of shagging? I once asked a sailor that exact question. He flat out said no. So I pressed further and asked, then why do it? He said, because it's fun, and I'm a sucker for a pretty face. I know the feeling. What? You're looking mighty cheerful today, Bruce. I've got a lot to be cheerful about, Salty. Fellas, I'm in love. Oh, yeah? What's his name? Derek? You mean that bloke with teething problems? Don't you mean toothache? All right, so I misheard, and not for the first time. Are you really in love with him? No, you dummy. I met a new diesel at Wellsworth. She'll be running commuter trains on the main line. We got chatting, and I could tell she likes me. Are you sure she isn't Gaga? The only one who was Gaga was me. She sounds like a mighty fine lass, me hearty. What's her name? Hello there, darlings. I'm Daisy. Hello, Daisy. Welcome to Sodor. I'm Toby. This is Percy. Hi there. Nice to meet you. Are you one of those diesel rail cars? I most certainly am. I wager you've never seen the likes of me before. No, I haven't. Let alone one with makeup. It's not makeup, darling. It's paint. I was featured in a magazine article recently touting the merits of dieselisation. I had to look presentable. I see. Well, how was your trip here? Lovely. This island is beautiful, but this shed is dreadfully smelly. And whatever is that rubbish? Are you talking about us? I most certainly am. Good gracious. Shouldn't you be gathering cobwebs in a museum? Well, bust my buffers. We won't sit here and be insulted, will we, Annie? No, Clarabelle, and certainly not from some dolled-up trollop. Trollop? How dare you talk to me like that? One word at a time, love. That's how we dare. All right. Settle down, ladies. There's no need for us to get off on the wrong foot. The only thing wrong here, Toby, is British Railways keeping such relics in service. I'll have you know, Annie and Clarabelle have been invaluable to our branch line and the whole island. I wasn't just talking about them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. All this stress and smells is bad for my swerves. Unbelievable. I know. What is it with these new diesels thinking they're so much better? It's not all of them, Percy. Derek never said he was superior. He couldn't, not with that dodgy motor, but he was certainly a lot more pleasant. How's he going on the Watson branch anyway? It's been a while since I've been over there. Do you really want to know? Fizzling fireboxes, Derek. Can't you go half a mile without frying your engine? I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. If this is your best, you're better off not trying. Oh, lay off, you two. No, Duck, this is exactly what we had to put up with back on the Houzoan. These useless spam cans came swanning in, so proud, so cocksure, only to fall flat on their faces and needing us to save them. Aye, these tin pots are destroying the network and taking jobs away from proper engines. What exactly is a proper engine, Sheffield? How long have you been there, Sir Topham? Long enough. As much as I hate to repeat myself, I shall talk to you later. Both of you. In the meantime, I've come to see how construction's going. I understand we're behind schedule. Yes, sir. All because of me. No, Derek, it's not all because of you. But it is clear you are underperforming here. Since your engine can't take the strain of branch line duties or works trains, that really only leaves shunting. We'll try this out and see what happens. Oh, thank you, sir. I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I'm so used to controllers fobbing me off at the first sign of trouble, I didn't think there were any good ones out there. I'm only good so long as you don't get on my bad side. After you've cooled down, I want you to head over to Napford and look for Samantha. She'll be expecting you. Duck, would you please tow Derek back to Tidmouth? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. As for you two, but you said it's later now. Look at me. I'm the latest diesel. Highly sprung and right up to date. You won't want bumpy old coaches like Annie and Clarabelle after experiencing me. Well, I can believe that. Well, hello there, darling. I'm Daisy. Who might you be? Oi, Frank, I've got a bone to pick with you. Frank? Frankie, are you deaf? I'm talking to you. My name is Francis. Francis. Not Frank, not Frankie. Francis. Excuse me, Francis. Next time you decide to throw a hissy fit overtaking a goods train, do it away from engines who are trying to sleep. Here. Your reaction was utterly juvenile. Well, it's incredibly degrading that an engine of my stature is forced to pull dirty trucks from dirty sidings. It would ruin my image. Your face already did that. My, aren't you a vulgar specimen? Nobody's talking to you, strumpet. Phew, I rest my case. It is absolutely intolerable. I shouldn't have to work under these conditions. I broke the express record from London to Edinburgh, after all. That doesn't mean you're exempt from doing the work assigned to you. Have I not done any of the jobs assigned to me? No, but you constantly complain about it. I was very much like you back in my youth. I whined whenever I had to do anything that didn't involve pulling coaches. This put me at odds with everyone. Don't make my mistake. Don't worry, Gordon. I'll never throw myself into a ditch to avoid work. That never happened. Most events in the Railway series are purely fictional, if you say so. Oh, James, I have some information you may find interesting. That goods train I had my hissy fit over contained a large consignment of bootlaces. Blow out your radiator, spam can. Goodness me, are all steamies like that? Based on my experience, yes. Everywhere I've been in Britain, they've given me naught but contempt. Since you asked that question, can I assume you're fresh out of the works? You can. This is my first assignment. I'm keen to do a good job, but I'm concerned these steamies will affect my performance. Don't worry about that, my dear. I've been in service for several years now and have carried tens of thousands of passengers. Follow my lead and you won't go wrong. I wish I could say his advice ended in disaster, but it didn't. Frances taught the rail car well. She quickly settled into her new position and provided commuters with a safe, comfortable, and timely ride. They complimented her for her performance, which started to go to her head. Encouraged by Frances, she became just as insufferable as the Class 46. This disruptive duo antagonized many others, including Derek. The Class 17 did relatively well as a shunter. He followed instructions and was eager to please, but his motor kept acting up. Sometimes when it was close to overheating, he had to stop and let it cool. This caused a handful of delays, and he was blamed for it. Frances was particularly harsh on him, referring to the poor chap as a failure and an embarrassment. This drew Henry's wrath, and our number 3 became Derek's strongest advocate, which he very much appreciated. Things remained tense between the Steamies and Diesels before finally coming to a head the day Frances broke the express record to Barrow.
Complex attacks generate thousands of alerts, but Stellar Cyber consolidates them into a single.
Sometimes it really is hard being such a large and splendid engine. One does have to keep up appearances. Oh, pipe down, fat face. Now, Gordon, no need to be sore. Someone was bound to break your record. Yes, but why did it have to be you? Because I'm better. You're not better than anyone, Frank. My name is Francis, you failure. Back off, Spancan. I don't get how you can defend this tin pot, Henry. James, it's not his fault he was built with a dodgy motor. Nobody should develop some stamina. We take our trains on a single cylinder if we have to, whereas they just move for a fitter when the going gets tough. At least we can be repaired in a fraction of the time and at very little cost. There's more to being a proper engine than being economical. It takes dedication, humility, and fortitude. Gordon, I'm a record holder. There's nothing wrong with my dedication, but there's plenty wrong with your attitude. I'm the one with a problematic attitude. Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. Ugh, your ignorance is astounding. No, it's disgraceful, disgusting, despicable, No! We mean, no need for us to interrupt you, Sir Topham. What were you going to say? Disruptive. That's what this steamy versus diesel nonsense is becoming. I should have stepped in sooner, but I thought you were mature enough to come to your senses. Clearly I was wrong. Well, this ends now. I hope that means you'll tell these kettles to stop patronizing us, or that you'll tell these spam cans to shut it. I will do neither. Listen closely, because I'm only going to say this once. You are all equals. Nobody is superior. Nobody is inferior. I don't care if an engine is faster, stronger, or more efficient. I care whether they work hard. So far, everyone here has. But your attitude needs to change. You need to stop antagonizing each other. Stop picking fights, stop bickering, and stop boasting. I'm not asking you all to become friends. I'm asking you to be cordial and cooperate when necessary. If not for yourselves, then for the good of the railway. I trust I've made myself clear and we don't have to have this conversation again. And if we do, I will be forced to make other arrangements. That's what he said. Other arrangements? Crikey. Why? What does that mean? It means you cock up again, you'll be sent packing or given a real nasty job. So don't push it. I'm not the one pushing anything. Those wretched steamies are to blame. Those wretched steamies are my friends. And I can't for the life of me figure out why. They've been nothing but horrid to myself, Francis, and Derek. You haven't really given them a reason to like you. Highly sprung and right up to date. Come on. And yeah, their being gets to Derek, but so's Frank. You really should back away from that tosser. That tosser is my friend, and I won't have you slander him. So you're okay with him calling Derek a failure? Well, no. Then tell him to bugger off. You tell off your friends that easily? Yeah, I would. And I know they'd do the same to me if I stepped out of line. That's why they're my friends. You couldn't ask to be mates with a better group. Even if I believed that, I don't know if they would be receptive. They would. You just need to prove it. Have an Haven't I done that enough with my excellent conduct and performance? You would have if you didn't keep banging on about it. The lads like an engine that works hard and quietly. And try and compliment them when they do a good job. And just like that, they'll come around. It'll take a while, especially if you spend ages being their enemy. But if you keep at it, they'll warm up to you. When that happens, you'll wonder how you ever got by without them. All right, I'll think about it. Thank you, Bruce. Anything for you, Daisy. Come on, Daisy, you might as well tell him. He'll laugh at me. Hang about. Is there livestock on the line? How did you know that? I recognize the look. It's the same one Henry and Gordon had the time they failed to shoo away a cow. That story is true. Aye, it's happened to all of us at one time or another. After the embarrassment wears off, we tend to laugh about it. So you don't need to worry about the rest of us giving you a hard time. We understand that cows, sheep, and the like can be very stubborn. This is neither a cow nor a sheep. It's a bull. In that case, they'll call in the expert. You rang? Toby? Oh, don't look so surprised, Daisy. I've been wrangling livestock since before these very rails were built. You were able to corral that beast? Aye, nothing to it. Really? Do you think you could teach me how to do that? Of course. I always like teaching new things to others. Thank you, Toby. And thank you, James, for not mocking me. You're welcome. And I'm sorry for calling you a strumpet. That was horrible. Not to worry, darling. I shouldn't have provoked you first. Well, I'd best be underway. I'm late enough as it is. I also need... Hold up, James. Don't move. Why? What's wrong? Your what has jammed? My reversing gear, which is ironically stuck on reverse. I won't be able to move forward until it's repaired. Of course, I can't take my next train in this condition. Can you cover for me? Is it coaches or trucks? Trucks! Ugh, I won't go. Fine, but remember what I told you about Sir Tom's other arrangements? Oh, all right, I'll do it. But under protest, that's to be expected. Get me out! Get me out! Not a hope. You're stuck. Shut up! Shut up! This isn't funny. Yes, it is. It is true what they say. Laughter is the best medicine. And for the record, I give that dive a 3. No, on second thoughts, a 2. Ooh. This is a sight to behold. What's the situation, Chief? jam reversing gear, failed injector, an overheated motor, and a flooded one. How did you land in the ditch, Francis? Can I first ask why there's a line leading into it? The ground submerged while they were laying the track, and it wasn't worth raising it. Years of subsequent rainfall caused the ditch to form. Now answer Sir Topham's question. I wasn't concentrating. When the table stopped turning, I assumed I was on the right track, and off I went. Why did the table stop there? Because Flanagan was its operator, sir. That drunk? Indeed, and he was 4 sheets to the wind, Sir Topham. Well, he'll now have the opportunity to spend his days getting soused in the comfort of his own home. And Derek, broken down again? I overdid it, sir. I'm sorry. Like I've been saying all along, you're a failure. He is not a failure, Francis. Excuse me? You heard me. Stop insulting him for something that's beyond his control. At least he wasn't silly enough to roll into a ditch. That wasn't my fault. You just said you weren't concentrating. So yes, it was. You're as much to blame as Flanagan. I also heard about your little hissy fit beforehand, coupled with your contemptuous words to Derek. I now realize nothing I said last night has sunk in. As soon as you're repaired, I'm going to ask for your immediate reassignment. That would be for the best, Sir Topham. There's no place for me here. I appreciate your understanding. And Daisy, in the interest of transparency, you should know I was considering putting in a similar request for you. I understand, sir. My behavior has been rather atrocious. Indeed. However, Mickey told me you helped him bank James and Derek here, so I've decided to give you another chance. Oh, thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I promise to work hard. Toby says he'll help me. Excellent. Whatever Toby doesn't know about railway life isn't worth knowing. I wish I knew what we could do for you, Derek. There is something, Sir Topham. The lads have been poring over Derek's blueprints. They think they might have found a way to properly fix him. No offense, Chief, but I've heard that before. Have faith, Derek. These men are the best in the industry. A lot happened following that shambolic day. Francis was transferred off the island and ran express trains throughout the surrounding region. This meant he was a semi-regular sight at Barrow, and on occasion he would directly deliver a train onto Sodor. He still griped at goods work and the like, but to his credit, he always did these jobs and did them well. And without his influence, Daisy turned over a new leaf. While she deservedly took pride in running her commuter services, she refrained from any sort of gloating. During peak tourist season, she would help out on the Farquhar branch. While there, she apologized to the others, and under Toby's tutelage, she learned many things, including how to handle troublesome livestock. I don't really have anything to say about Salty other than he continues to be an invaluable member of our branch. And as for Derek, I'm pleased to say the men at Crowman State were able to fix him. He no longer suffered from overheating or any of the other defects that afflicted his class. His experience and new lease on life inspired him to join the Fire and Rescue Service. Ever since, he's attended the scenes of accidents and helped keep the line in good nick. His tireless efforts went a long way towards eradicating any lingering anti-diesel sentiments. To this day, I don't know what they did to mend him. All I know is those techniques will be applied to help the next chap to arrive on Sodor. But that is a story for another day.